What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Student of the Game Hoops Edition. I'm your boy, Matty Ice. So we're going to be breaking down Iowa State, things that I like about this matchup, things that I don't like. So I think it's really going to come down to three main things. Can we force turnovers? Can we take care of the ball? And can we score against them in the half court? And then the point guard matchup as well. You know, you got Charlie Moore in his six-year redshirt year versus Tyrese Hunter, a very talented freshman player, great defensive player, and has great three-point ability. So let's get into it. So first things first, defensively, can we force turnovers? Iowa State, is a team that is turnover prone. They're 11-2 when they turn the ball over 11 or fewer times, and they're 11-10, so just a shade over 500 when they commit 12 or more turnovers. Something that's kind of different is they run a motion offense, not much dribbling. They look more to score off ball movement. They're not really a high powered offense, but they are 17th in the nation in assisted field goal made. So a lot of their points come off of assists. And I think Miami can counteract this, by trying to force turnovers before they get into that half court offense, picking up full court. I mentioned their point guard. Iowa State's point guard is a true freshman, and he's prone to committing turnovers. He commits 3 turnovers a game, and I think that this will make it rough on the Iowa State offense because they'll have less time to go through that offense and take advantage of miscommunications by the defense, on switching screens and such. So how does Miami do this? Like I said, they got to communicate on off-ball screens and cuts. Keep the ball on one side of the floor, so you can double and trap, that side of the floor, whoever has the ball, and get them to dribble. They're not used to dribbling in this offense. They do dribble obviously a little bit to try to score, but you want them to dribble away from the pressure. Try to get a turnover where they dribble off their foot, goes out of bounds, or we just get a steal. The other thing that I did notice too about the Iowa State offense, they usually start some sort of movement with the high post screening down for the low post, and getting the ball to one of their big guys in the high post, and they like having him play make up top. Their guards, I mentioned their point guard commits turnovers. Their other guards not as much, but the big guys do have a high turnover rate, so they will commit turnovers. So let's take a look at a play here against Texas. So you'll see here they're setting their offense. You'll see that initial action that I talked about, setting that screen on the post player. He's going to catch it up top here, and he's looking at all that off-ball movement on this side. You'll see on this side, he sees this guy cutting down. Defender gets a tip. And this happens for Miami. We're out in transition. So this is what we want to see, right? So I know I said that they rely heavily on off-ball movement to score. If there's one guy that can kind of create his own shot in that regard, it's Isaiah Brockington. Averages 17 points a game on 45% shooting, 37% from three. He doesn't take that many threes, but when he does, he usually makes them. He's really their most consistent scorer. He's had double-digit points in 29 of 34 games, so that's a lot of them. He is a lefty. The thing I will say is he definitely favors that left hand, so if Miami can put him in a position to finish with that right hand, I think it will be very favorable for him. They also have 2 other guards. I mentioned the freshman already. Tyrese Hunter, he's very capable of going off, very streaky. And then Gabe Kalsher, too, as well. He's someone who's very streaky. He had 20 points, I believe, in the game against either LSU or in their second round matchup against Wisconsin. So he has the ability to kind of go off as well. Next thing I wanted to talk about is, can we take care of the ball? And can we create offense in the half court against this defensive-minded team? Miami only 7 turnovers against USC and Auburn. That's all due to elite guard play. Can that continue against an Iowa State team that has averaged 18 turnovers forced in their first 2 tournament games? Something has to give on each side. And Iowa State, as I've watched a few of their games, they're a team, they really know where to trap in the half court, on the baseline, on the extended wing. they really play passing lanes well, and they're very aggressive with them as well. And so that's something that I think you can take advantage of as a player, cutting down, diving to the basket. And I think the other thing too is they're so aggressive when you catch the ball. They close out hard, they're right in your face, and they want you to feel them essentially. So you'll see here, Texas is trying to get the ball past half court, but they're going to face some pressure. So you'll see right here, you can see Texas players are kind of stacked up along here. This defender recognizes it. He's going to come up to double. See, he doubles. You'll see right here, Texas guy on offense, he's still down here in the corner. He wants to shoot a three, so he's just going to stay down here. This defender recognizes, hey, I'm going to come up. I'm going to help take away this pass because this is a easier pass to make than this over this defender, right? By the time Devin Askew gets by the double, it's already a 10-second violation. So you can just see how aggressive and how aware they are on the court. So this is something I'm definitely interested in seeing in this matchup. So next thing I wanted to talk about, Iowa State does a really good job of staying in front of their man, especially the guards, and our offense is more free-flowing. There's a lot of ISOs, just dribble, get by your man, and then create offense that way. I have some concerns with that and our ability to score in the half court if we aren't able to force turnovers and get out in transition. I definitely think there needs to be more off-ball movement to counteract all the traps we're going to see, and just what you'll see from them when they're in deny, when they're one pass away. A lot of back doors. We've seen it from Jordan Miller. I did a whole video on it talking about his off-ball movement and his ability to score off-ball. But we're going to have to see it from multiple guys, honestly, this game. So let's get into this clip real quick. So you'll see here, Texas has the ball up top. You'll see he's going to give it up to the high post. Just take a look here, too. Look at how aggressive they are defensively right here. The one thing I will say, Sam, has a really good ability to put the ball on the floor. I think if someone is overplaying him like this, he does have an opportunity to drive right by him. But let's just keep watching this. You'll see here, for some reason, decides, hey, I'm not going to use this screen. I'm going to go to the right here, even though this help is right here. Taking everything one pass away. He's going to settle for a little mid-range jumper. Kind of a bad shot. They get the offensive rebound, but you'll see this right here. That awareness again, right? They're doubling right here on the baseline. This is a tough spot, to make a pass. See, he gets the pass out still. Then look, boom. They're already reset. You'll see, you think Devin Askew, he's got an open shot? No. Defense swarms in. There's two guys on him again. Another trap. Does a good job of getting out of it. You'll see here, defense set again. He's going to set a screen up here on Kalsher. You'll see, not really a good one. Kalsher draws the offensive foul here. And just what I'm saying, they're up in your grill. You're going to feel them. And, they're a tough defensive-minded team. They're very gritty. It's going to be a very interesting matchup, to say the least. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is a point guard matchup between Charlie Moore and Tyrese Hunter, because I think it's very interesting and it's going to have a huge impact on the game. So Tyrese Hunter of Iowa State, he's a true freshman, great young player. He's very streaky offensively, but he has the ability to create his own shot. He can shoot from deep. He had 23 points on 7 3-pointers against LSU in the first round, as you see from the clips. And too, he's a great on-ball defender. He's averaging 4 steals a game in the tournament. I think the one thing that when you watch his game, he's still a freshman, right? He like I said earlier in the video, he commits 3.3 turnovers a game, so he is turnover prone. And Charlie Moore, great defensive point guard. Can he force him to make some freshman mistakes? And then also too, I think that we talk about their motion offense. I think there are times that he kind of deviates from that motion offense, and it can kind of hurt them or it can help them. So we'll kind of see that this game as well. But getting into Charlie Moore, he's the 6-year redshirt senior. We know what he can do from deep. Great playmaker. Can he force Tyrese Hunter to make mistakes? Like I said, if I was, coaching, I would put him on Hunter full court, try to get him to commit some turnovers, before Iowa State gets into their half court offense, like I mentioned before. And, my biggest question, Charlie Moore has been so big for this team, slashing to the basket and being able to create for others and doing so. Will he be able to do that against Iowa State? Tyrese Hunter is a great defender, like I said. That's kind of my biggest question mark. If he is, then, Miami's offense is going to, I think, have success. So we will see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share as well. That's the most important thing. Really helps me grow. I had to make this video on short notice, just due to being busy and time constraints. I wish I could have broke down more. Unfortunately, I can't. Hopefully you guys still like this video. And hopefully, Miami can get to their first Elite Eight in school history. Friday night, let's make it happen. Go Canes.